for assistance. Well, the fallout has just begun after a former Indianapolis fertility doctor admitted to using his own sperm on some of his patients without their knowledge.
As Dr. Donald Klein prepares to fight obstruction of justice charges, some of his long list of former patients have now reached out to Eyewitness News for some answers. Our Crime Bureau reporter Steve Jefferson is live tonight outside of Klein's former office on West 86th Street with that side of the story today. Steve.
Yeah, Andrea and John, we just learned some startling information from the prosecutor's office. I'll share that with you in just a moment. But hundreds, if not thousands of women came here to Dr. Donald Klein's office for treatment over several years. Some of them are now connecting on Facebook, sharing their information with each other, especially after learning that 2 or 3 of his biological daughters have come forward. One of the women actually shared a couple of photographs with Eyewitness News. She says learning she and the other victims are Klein's biological children has been very difficult for them and other families. Now, court documents show that Dr. Klein admitted he used his own sperm about 50 times on his patients, claiming to have fathered only at least 8 children. But the fallout extends far beyond that, with many of his patients and their families left with lots of questions. Now, some of his patients are trying to decide on DNA tests, something experts say will provide answers.
The test itself is easy to administer and then to perform. And whether or not someone should have it done, I would say on the one hand, if you're curious, sure, have it done. Get it, if you have a question, there's an answer to that question. The other side of it is, you're correct, be prepared that the answer may not be the one that you're hoping for.
Now, here's how this came to light. Right now, Dr. Donald Klein is only charged with 2 counts of felony obstruction of justice. Now, those charges are only related to the case and not for what allegedly took place in his doctor's office. Former patients concerned about their past contact with Dr. Klein should get in contact with the Marion County prosecutor. Now, I just learned from the Marion County prosecutor that the prosecutor will not seek any additional charges against Dr. Klein, despite what he, in court documents, admits happened here at his office when he was in practice trying to help women get pregnant. Back to you in the studio, John.